What's up, guys? We are here with Darren Hurst, and he came in second place with his Eitan Fizzy deck at the GenCon regionals that just happened. So you want to tell us why you decided to play this deck?
Yeah, so I like Eitan. I just like, he looks cool, he's doing this thing. His ability's mad cheap, so I'm like, all right, let me just be cheap with that. I went with Fizzy over the mono because drawing cards is cheap, so I mean, if you have more cards, you have more options.
Yeah, the last deck profile we had on the channel was a little bit more of an aggressive version. This is an extremely control version of...
Misconception, this is a tempo deck.
Tempo deck.
Tempo. So
okay,
the difference between control and aggro, it meets somewhere in the middle. So you want to establish a board, then maintain that board while never falling back, while pushing them back, making them fumble, making them stumble, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I was actually your only loss in the regional today, and all I did was destroy the units, which kind of threw you off. But let's get into the deck profile now.
All right, let's do it up. Yeah. So first off, we have our one drop, Miss Azure right here. So so the goal is pop the towers, because like I said, you're taking the role as an aggro deck. However, where aggro falls short, they might have reach, or like say they don't have quickness and they got to worry about defense later on. You start the aggro roll, then mid game, where the control attacks to take over, you transform and take the controlling role.
Okay, so next card.
I didn't explain her. All right, first of all.
Yeah.
So main goal of the deck, one drop, 1,000, best thing ever. Pop the fire, pop the wind, get that out the way early. If they kill it, cool. If they bounce it, even better. Whatever. So what you want to do with that, and plus her arrivability is good. If you see something on top you don't like, just set it to the bottom.
Yes.
Not too bad late, because like if you're trying to draw something good late, she's not too bad. Same difference. One drop, 1,000. This is the core of the deck. This is the key. So with him, the ability, you really don't care about it. That's at worst. Say they target it, he's untapped. You can return him to the hand, keep him safe. That's kind of the goal. You want to keep your guys safe because you don't have the explosion that aggro has. You don't have the big bodies that control has later on. So you want to maintain your board. That's the main thing. I'll show you some tricks later on. Argent Egg, because these are the max.
Nobody thought this was gonna. I didn't think this was gonna be a good card, but a lot of people have been playing it. And actually,
I will show you something later on with show you combos. And the best part about this deck is it's just mad 2-card combos. Okay. So the best thing about him, at worst, he eats up an attack. At best, they kill him. You have an attacker come back next turn. Recruit, not the best, but advantage is advantage. You play one, you get another one. If you have 3, that's breaking a tower. If you have 2, that's threatening a tower. So even if it's 1, poke the tower, get information, And the worst come to the worst, you have as an ability, you can flip them into a 2.
Yes.
So we're gonna get to the spells, the one-shot spells. This is the MVP.
MVP, Ancient Serpent's Breath.
Broken.
Yes,
yes it is. So much so that, it's just so much versatility. So you can bounce your own guy, draw a card, bounce their guy, shard drain, bounce. So basically, essentially, it's a 1 mana 2-for-1. You can bounce 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Don't. But at the cost of mana, which this deck is okay with. This deck is super low curve, as you will see as I'm laying it out.
Yes.
Tornado shot, not the best, but it costs 1 mana. That's the real thing that breaks it good. So that interacts with here.
Fast. That sounds pretty.
But the problem is you don't have kite. So kite you can trigger it every turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you have to you just have to play it by ear. If you have it, you have it. If you don't,
so that's a lot of 1 units. How many 1 units is that?
So we got 12.
Or 1 drop, 12? 1 drop.
I would run more if there were better.
Consistency.
You need a turn 1 play. If you don't have a turn 1 play, find another deck. Don't play this.
Okay.
But anyway, like I said, here's an interaction. Like I said, you play him. Oh, they're gonna try to remove him. Boom, return to the hand. 2,000 for 1 mana. It's done. It's great. So let's get into the 2 drops. Boss Monster. He's your guy.
Boss Monster.
That's your guy. Now I say that because since you're running all these 1s, at any time they target your 1, he's coming in for free. He's coming in for 1, never costs 2, and he's breaking the tower. The problem with these guys, they have trouble breaking towers. So when they try to attack it or remove it, boom. Now they got a problem. Because they wasted their attack, they wasted their removal, and he's about to turn and swing and kill a tower next turn.
Yes.
So that's why he's good. Plus, you can just play him on 2.
Yeah, free mana too.
Also, secret tech, boom. Turn 1. Do your thing. Turn 2, leave 1 up. Sack. 3 attacks turn 2.
I feel like it's a deck that kind of tries to sleeper your opponent into not breaking the actual small weak minions, making them feel that the board presence, if they're all thousands or 500s, is not going to be enough. And then by the time they give you a couple turns, you go in and all of a sudden all their stuff's done.
Oh no, I have 4 towers broken. And there's a full board. When do I start to start? Because there's, I mean, we'll get into the weaknesses later. Yeah, we'll get into the weaknesses later. Same thing. Now the thing is, like I said, 2-15. He's the best of everything. There's no other green 2 that's 15, or else I drop him in a heartbeat. Because the goal is just to hit. You want to hit, maintain the board. He's good because he's the best because the other 2 drop is like terrible. Like he like makes ships or whatever. The guy's trash.
During our game, I almost bounced it back to the hand, which would have given you 2 free draws, but I decided not to because I read your cards.
There we go. Exactly. So you're not using the wind tower to the best of its ability.
Yes, exactly.
So it forces your opponent into bad spots. This is good. Like I said, you just same thing, flipping the 2-1, but then you got your own graceful charity.
Oh yeah.
If the
for
Yu-Gi-Oh dudes,
let's go.
So you bounce him, draw a card, discard, draw 2. That's 2, 3 cards. And if you're doing it in response to removal, that's like a 5-for-1. It's crazy.
Very, very solid.
Mad out.
Next.
Bum. Okay. This card right here.
Oh my God, that
probably one of the best cards.
Absolutely.
It even performed better than I would have thought. So
it gives you entire turns.
Yes. The fact that you can shut down an attack, a whole attack, is great. And then you draw a card.
Yeah, that's pretty
busted. Amazing.
And if you hold it to the last couple towers,
that's it.
It's literally free.
And like say you have 2 and they're breaking, say let them break the 3rd tower. At that point, they're not breaking another tower because this is free.
Yes.
So it's really good. Hurricane Shot, standard removal. Anything before turn 5, you don't. That's what you care about. 5 drops, 6 drops. Can't deal with it anyway. You just gotta deal with it.
Yikes.
So Hurricane Shot, that's your main removal. This is better than, like I said, this is very situational. This one you can trigger. This you can, bounce to save a guy and remove a guy. So it's like a 2-for-1 in your favor. The main goal is to keep your guys safe. That's the main thing.
It's like little boy beatdown right here.
That's
just
it.
A bunch of little guys.
Tempo.
Just, going in.
But tricks. See where aggro would need to, and if they just fall out flatline, that's it. This is where this is the consistency that aggro does. But the thing is, this is never gonna out aggro. Aggro got it.
Yeah.
It's never gonna out control. Yeah. So you gotta find somewhere in the middle.
Tempo.
Exactly.
Okay, so next card.
Omega. Like I said, sleeper, 2-for-1, all the time. The best mode, I would say, like I said, you just exhaust and draw a card. You just keep the train rolling. It's cheap. It's good.
Okay.
Not as good as that. Mega Boss Monster. This is it.
More disruption.
Tell me a better 3-drop. You can't.
Rudy?
In green.
Okay.
That you can flip.
You got it.
That you can bounce. That you can trigger. Yes.
You're good.
He's the man. Yes. This is the guy. To me, I don't see why do you need to go bigger than that?
Yeah.
He bounces 2. He can counterattack, swing next turn.
Yeah.
And like you got tricks, you got all these other things. You return them with Tornado Shot.
Still a 1500 beater.
Still great. Like you don't need to go any bigger than this.
Okay.
Sometimes, like I said, you don't even play him for 3.
Yeah.
You just flip a 2, and at worst, you play him for 3. You don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Because you dealt with 2 things. Sylphia, obviously.
The God card.
Ridiculous. There's your Ra or whatever, aka Shatterax, aka Legiana for you Monster Hunter players.
Yeah. God.
So like I said, if I could run 4, I'd run 5. Like that's how it is. It's mad good. But like I said, you just play it. They got a feel for the word. You just it's
Board
never
wipes
bad.
for days.
You just play it. You can flip in. You can return it to the hand. Really good. 1 of Tech. Now he is also a monster.
Explain why you're playing that card.
I will explain it. Now, like I said, if you're shard draining, you have low curve, you have all this other stuff. Like, where are you fitting in a 5?
Yeah.
Unless you're sacking Sylphia. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Boom. Your man's right here. That's the G.
So explain the interactions between the cards here.
So, this guy, he's always free. You never pay for him. So you can save your guy, trigger, return it, you don't get it into effect, return it to hand. You need to return 2 units. So anytime you discard him, cost happens, he's in the grave.
Yes.
Return something to the hand, that's one. And then you have to find a way. See, it's hard without Kite, because Kite you can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because you just do it once, you just boom, return it, easy. It's a little hard with this deck, but you have ways. You have the Skyship, you have Hurricane Shot, you have the blue spell. Like you have certain ways.
So that's the whole deck right there.
That's the whole deck.
That's crazy. It's just tons of very, very small cards, beat down, control with all the great spells.
Right. It's a mix of both. It's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
And now, like I said, with this guy, with Garga, you play him for free, you do your thing, he costs 1.
Yeah, that's busted. Goes in deep.
I don't pay. Like I said, I'm cheap. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I like my stuff low cost. That's how it is. That's
I am
the whole
cheap.
thing.
I don't want to spend a lot of money. I am cheap. I don't want to spend a lot of money. Okay.
Low curve.
So,
Multiple times I shard trade to 1.
Yeah.
And it's fine as long as you.
So
maintain
really
the board.
quickly before we wrap this up, what do you feel about? How do you feel about the Airgon Kite matchup specifically with your deck? What did you like? Did you win against them majority today?
I 4-0'd it. I didn't lose to it.
Okay.
Now, not saying that it's probably the most difficult matchup. Period. It's mad hard. The only thing I lost to aggro, but aggro it's another, because that's the back and forth. You gotta, everything you do, every decision matters. If you mess up, you die.
Yep.
This whole time playing the deck, you're losing until you win. That's pretty much how it feels.
Okay.
So with the Ergon matchup, you just gotta hit. You gotta hit when they try to steal your guys with the 3-drop. Take your 1-drop, return to the hand, drop a 2-drop.
That is true.
Bounce it, keep them off tempo, because if they're trying to interact with you, they're not killing you, and the whole time you're killing them. They play Sylphia, you make the numbers weird. So you have a bunch of 1-drops.
I think that's really the only way to play around Sylvia right now is either having units that can bounce themselves or being able to, put evens and odds on the board and pray that Rudy doesn't exist.
That's it. And if you see Rudy, you kill him immediately.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it or bounce him, because if they do, they got to play it again.
Well,
The whole thing, that's why it's tempo. You're staying on beat. If they play a 3-drop, you bounce it, they're not playing their 4-drop. Or if that 3-drop is gone, are they going to play the 3-on-4 or are they going to play the 4-on-4? Not my problem. You just hit.
well, thank you very much, Darren. I heard you had a shout out really quick. What's the shout out?
The Thunder Pals, baby. We are
There you
esports organization stationed out of Brooklyn. We do Smash Brothers, we do Street Fighter, we do TCGs. This is the first foray into TCG esports, so very excited. Like I said, I'm the owner, founder, and obviously I put my money where my mouth is.
Awesome.
I want to get up in there. Follow us on YouTube. Give us a sub.
Yeah, we'll put
it's a lot of Mario Maker, but don't worry about it. You'll see me on there.
We'll put the links in the description.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. So second place at the GenCon Regional, Eitan Fizzy. Thank you very much, Darren.
Yeah, man.